You're watching Work of Art on WHIG-TV, hosted by Beth Boykin of Framers Alley. Brought to you by Joiner's Funeral Home, serving our community for 4 generations. Located on Raleigh Road, Wilson. Allen Winstead, Farm Bureau Insurance, Wilson. Call 230-1704. Will Ferris Attorney, Ferris & Ferris Law Firm, located on Nash Street, Wilson. Womble Real Estate, proudly serving our community since 1958. Located at 602B Nash Street, Northeast Wilson. Call 291-1123. Framers Alley, custom framing, proud supporter of artists, Main Street, Elm City.
Celebrate with what we have when Christmas Eve is here. Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, from our poverty we'll take. Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, so much badly needed break. For this time of year we recognize our blessings, though they're few. So we say to one and all, Merry Christmas to you. Street from Westminster to St. Paul's, we wend our way to dinners and to dances and to balls. In our finest dress we stride along old London's avenues and anticipate the merriment when Christmas Eve is due. Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, so much plenty at command. Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, in our empire, in our land. For this time of year we recognize our blessings old and new. So we say to one and all, Merry Christmas to you. Everyone along the streets is simply dancing on a cloud, and we greet and welcome all with Merry Christmas, good and loud. Whether on our way to roasted goose or thinly watered gin, there's an air of expectation in each breath that we draw in. Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, though we vary in amounts. Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas is the sentiment that counts. For this time of year we put aside our differences. Ew! So we say to one and all, Merry Christmas to you.
Scrooge liked the cold. It was hard and sharp as a flint, secretive, self-contained, as solitary as an oyster.
Some among us who cannot this festival enjoy, for they think that love of money is much finer than a toy that you find on Christmas morning hung upon the bright lit tree. So old Scrooge, you've earned our pity and your well-bought misery. Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, you can't touch us for today. Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, you can stay out of our way. For remembering friends and loved ones is the whole point of this feast. Ebenezer Scrooge, we say, Merry Christmas, if you please.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge.
Humbug!
Wow, this is fabulous. I hope everybody enjoyed that as much as I did. That was wonderful. I have with me Jim Lee and the whole cast. And Jim, let's talk about what this is. The cast of...
This is A Christmas Carol,
Yes.
as produced for the 18th annual production at Nash Arts in Nashville. The Nash Arts is located in the old First Baptist Church on the corner of 100 Washington Street in Nashville. And we are doing this We have done this every year, as I said, for 18 years. Jim Singleton
Wow.
started it
Yes.
many years ago, and we are staying true to his original script and as close as we can to Charles Dickens' original
Sure.
manuscript as well.
Well, give us a little background on you, Jim. Now, I've seen that you are a director. I mean, you've done it all. So tell us about you.
All right. In 2010, I was performing with Jim Singleton in Halifax in First for Freedom. And they had been using music that was from other musical productions of A Christmas Carol, but they had never done their own original music. So Jim was casting about for someone to write an original score, and I came up with 10 very basic songs to fit in with his script. And so in 2010, we performed a version of A Christmas Carol with my original score, and we embellished on that in 2010. We've had, I believe Jared Wood composed the music for a subsequent production, and then in 2015, I wrote a completely new score, and we moved the time period for A Christmas Carol to contemporary America,
Oh, wow.
rather than 1842 London. And 2 years after that, we went a totally different direction and have performed it for the last 2 years, set in 1947 in Los Angeles.
Oh, wow.
And did like A Christmas Carol noir. But we were able to license the music for songs that were written in the 10 years right after World War II. So for the last 2 years, we've not done any original music. So the score for this year's production will be sort of an amalgam of the two productions that I've written for, plus a couple of new songs. So
Fun.
we're trying to make sure that people who come to the play year after year
Yes.
have something new every year, something
Absolutely.
new, something different. So for the next 3 years, ending with our 20th anniversary production, we're going to stay in 1842 London. The theme of this show is greed. We're playing on Scrooge's love of money, and in a few moments you'll hear Ray Wheelis, who will play Marley's Ghost, sing a song that was written for the contemporary version back in 2015 called The Business of Business, which really focuses on Marley's understanding that their greed is what brought him to his sorry state,
Right.
and now he has an opportunity to save Scrooge if Scrooge will listen.
Right.
So
Wow.
that's been my, and in the meantime, my involvement with Nash Arts has allowed me to write two new original musical dramas. One that was set in Nashville, Rocky Mount, and Tarboro in 1914, and another one that was based on my family's complicated history between my mother, grandmother, and subsequent generations. So those two plays have seen the light of day. And then we also produce other straight plays. We've produced several productions written by Marilyn Anselmi, our local award-winning
yes.
playwright, and also the late Steve Pavelski. We've produced at least two of his plays. So we do a variety of programming for the theater community that you wouldn't be able to see normally elsewhere,
Right.
because we want to give local artists the best chance to be able to perform. Our young cast members, I think, how many of you, if we can cut to the cast, how many of you, this is your second or third production of Christmas Carol? So we've had a lot
Very
of
good.
people who have been in, and how many of you are new to the show? So we.
Well, I was going to ask you, not to
Yes.
interrupt you, Jim, but I think it would be interesting to the viewers. I know that some are repeats, and I figured that, but how do you go about casting? How do you go about getting these folks?
We try to build a core of especially middle school and high school students who grow through roles. We have a number of people who will be playing adult roles this year who are still in high school. I think one of our best Mrs. Cratchits ever was in middle school at the time, and carried off the role just incredibly. So Chloe Chappell, our assistant director this year, came to us last year just off of an open casting call. So
Wow.
we hear different people become part of the group, and it becomes a family that we sort of annually
Sure.
get back together for a reunion for a couple of months. And I've really enjoyed seeing a lot of our people. We had our first Tiny Tim 18 years ago. I want to say 6 years ago, played Scrooge. And now he has his degree from, I think, UNC Wilmington, and he's out in the community. We had two of our alumni directed plays at Activate Drama this past summer.
Right,
So
yeah.
we've had a lot of people that have gone away to theater productions and theater companies, and they're seeing young people blossom and grow in these roles and move up from being a Cratchit child to a Cratchit to being all sorts of different roles. I think Luke Eason is playing Scrooge's father this year, and I can't remember what Luke was when he started with us, but he wasn't that tall and he wasn't that mean looking, so he's perfect for Scrooge's father this year. So.
Well, okay, so you don't want to miss this, folks. You do not want to miss it. Love Nash Arts. It's a great venue. So let's talk about dates again, Jim. We've got to get that in everybody's mind.
All right. We will be playing the first 2 weekends in December. Thanksgiving is late this year, so
Yes.
it's actually pushed our dates back a little bit. But I believe that our dates, and that was one reason I was keeping my script handy, but I believe that our first date is December 6th. Is that correct? So we'll go, look on the very front, Marnie. So at the bottom, December 6th. Okay. So we will
Okay.
open Friday, December 6th, and Saturday, December 7th at 7:30 p.m. and Sunday afternoon, the 8th at 2:30 p.m. We will then repeat the next weekend, again Friday and Saturday, and December 15th, again Sunday afternoon at 2:30.
Right.
And
How about your tickets?
I was just wondering, normally our the cost of admission is $13 for adults and $10 for, I think, students and Nash Arts members.
What a great price for what you get, and it's local, folks. It's local. We have something like this right here in our area. We're so fortunate to have Jim and his cast and all these young folks that want, and older folks that want to do this to entertain us, and it's a great, of course, it's a great story. So you definitely want to come. 2 weekends, plenty of opportunity, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for 2 weekends. So, and the tickets are so affordable, just so affordable. It would cost me more than that if I went to Raleigh to buy the gas, let alone the tickets and the food I'd have to get. So anyway, please, folks, let's go to it. But anyway, we're going to take a break, Jim. We want to hear more from the cast.
All right, very good.
Work of Art on WHIG-TV, hosted by Beth Boykin of Framers Alley. Brought to you by Joyner's Funeral Home, serving our community for 4 generations. Located on Raleigh Road, Wilson. Allen Winstead, Farm Bureau Insurance, Wilson. Call 230-1704. Will Ferris Attorney, Ferris & Ferris Law Firm. Located on Nash Street, Wilson. Womble Real Estate, proudly serving our community since 1958. Located at 602B Nash Street, Northeast Wilson. Call 291-1123. Framers Alley, custom framing, proud supporter of artists, Main Street, Elm City.
A business is simple. A business is plain. to make and produce and serve and create, but never to cause another pain. The profits of business are many, for profit is businessman's goal. But what does it profit a man to gain the world if he lose his very living soul? Mankind was my business. All people need forbearance and love, and charity, benevolence, compassion, and care. These human comforts sit from heaven above. The dealings of my business in water were only one small drop in the comprehensive ocean of the business of my life, a rushing torrent that will never stop. And now I am draped in the change that my lack of perspective has wrought. The burdens of the people which I could have relieved, they're mine. Look what my business has wrought.
Wonderful. And I have to tell my audience, Jim, you get a sneak preview. How about that? Everybody's not that lucky. So look how wonderful this is going to be, and there's much, much more, right, Jim?
Right. There
Much more to
are
this.
12 musical numbers in the show, and then several reprises. And we have a wonderfully musical cast. They make my job easy because they pick up the music so fast. We're really just in about our third or fourth week of rehearsal, and to have everybody here enthusiastic and giving everything their best shot, I really, really, really appreciate it. Ray Wheelis is our Marley, and he is showing Scrooge what greed will bring to Scrooge if he does not change his ways. So thank you, Ray. That was a wonderful job.
So tickets, again,
again.
in case someone just tuned in.
Right. Our play dates are the first 2 weekends in December, 6th,
Right.
7th, and 8th, and then the 13th, 14th, and 15th, Friday and Saturday nights at 7:30, Sundays at 2:30. Tickets are $13. I think I'm quoting that right. Shelley will kill me if I get it wrong. Tickets for adults, $13, and for students and Nash Arts members, $10. So it's really affordable. You can, I believe that we have the brown paper tickets account set up so that you can get tickets online at nasharts.org, all run together, one word, nasharts.org, and there'll be a link there for events, and you can click on any of the performance dates and obtain your tickets, or you can call the Nash Arts office, and Shelley will be happy to hook you up. But we, in the past, when we have had a big cast, we do tend to have a lot of friends and family, and we tend to sell out on some dates. So if you are coming, especially on a Saturday night, then you might want to make sure that you are that you're hooked up with the tickets
Yes.
before too late.
Now, y'all rehearse about 2 months, don't you?
Yes, we started just after the beginning of October. We got a little bit of a late start because several of our cast members were also involved with Imperial Center's production of Twelfth Night.
Right.
So now that they are back and available, we're picking up the pace. I'm giving them Thursday night off for, I don't know, what's happening Thursday night? I forget. Oh, Halloween, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to compete with that. So we'll have a big rehearsal on Sunday.
So do y'all rehearse every night?
We rehearse generally Monday nights, Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, and Sunday afternoons. And so that, once we get past Thanksgiving, we have 1 week where we do tech, and several dress rehearsals leading up to our opener on Friday night the 6th.
Right.
So, but this group is, again, I've got so many people who have been involved in other theater productions. They understand the importance of learning lines and memorizing music, and as I said before, they make my job really easy.
Well, we're so
Okay.
blessed to have this group of people
Okay.
that want to do this in our community,
All right.
as I said.
And-
So we're going to wrap our segment up. Jim,
Right.
thank you for
Well,
being
thank you
with
for
me and
having
letting us know a little bit about
And,
this.
I'm going to assume a role as a singer, although this will not be
Wonderful.
my role in the play. But the young gentleman who is actually going to be playing this role has been unwell in the last week and unable to rehearse.
Right.
And so I will assume the role of Mr. Fezziwig.
Okay.
And Eden Curtis will step forward and assume the role of Mrs. Fezziwig.
Okay.
And we will have a little dance.
Okay,
Sorry.
we're going to go to break real quick and let you get together, and we'll be right back.
Can anyone please tell me how we could be much more merry? The ale and wine are pouring out, perhaps a drop of sherry. The marzipans and chocolates are laid upon the table, and young and old will show a leg and dance if they are able.
We'll dance a jig and whirl around the floor in celebration of friends and life and faith and hope and lofty expectation. For nothing is more wonderful and cannot be well found till winter sneaks upon us and then Christmas rolls around.
I wish that I were young again and had my girlish figure. I'd have my pick of gentlemen here gathered like your wig, sir. But now that I am older and can harbor no regrets, ma'am, I realize it isn't looks but flattery that gets them.
We'll dance a jig and whirl around the floor in celebration of friends and life and faith and hope and lofty expectation. For nothing is more wonderful and cannot be well found till winter sneaks upon us and then Christmas rolls around.
So here's a toast to youth and love and living for the future.
And here's a prayer for all you girls, you'll find someone to suit ya.
Here's hoping you young gentlemen will always remain happy.
And if you want the best in life, you better make it snappy.
We'll dance a jig and whirl around the floor in celebration of friends and life and faith and hope and lofty expectation. For nothing is more wonderful and cannot be well found till winter sneaks upon us and then Christmas rolls around.
WHIG-TV, hosted by Beth Boykin of Framers Alley. Brought to you by Joiner's Funeral Home, serving our community for 4 generations. Located on Raleigh Road, Wilson. Allen Winstead, Farm Bureau Insurance, Wilson. Call 230-1704. Will Ferris Attorney, Ferris & Ferris Law Firm. Located on Nash Street, Wilson. Womble Real Estate, proudly serving our community since 1958. Located at 602B Nash Street, Northeast Wilson. Call 291-1123. Framers Alley, custom framing, proud supporter of artists, Main Street, Elm City.